MSMEs play a very important role in the Indian economy, both for the innovation they bring and the jobs they can create. Do our policies help MSMEs to grow and create jobs for the economy? To understand some key policies that can help create jobs, consider two contrasting examples from nature. On the left, you see a dwarf tree, and on the right, a gigantic tree. The gigantic tree not only provides us fruits and shade, but also does not need to be regularly nourished by nature once it has grown. The planter of the tree, in fact, enjoys the gains from selling the fruits as well. In contrast, the dwarf tree never grows large enough to be able to provide either fruits or shade and needs to be continuously nurtured. Now, let's use this contrast to understand the state of organized manufacturing in India. Dwarf firms correspond to those really small firms that employ less than 100 employees despite being in existence for more than 10 years. A startling fact is that half the firms in organized manufacturing in India are dwarfs. Yet, they contribute only 15% to job creation in the economy and a minuscule 5% of the value added, which eventually impacts productivity. In fact, very small firms with less than 100 employees account for 85% of all firms in manufacturing, but create less than 25% of the manufacturing jobs and less than 15% of the value added. In contrast, firms that are bigger, as they employ more than 100 employees, account for only 15% of all firms, but contribute 75% of all manufacturing jobs and 85% of the value added. Why is this the case? Well, let's take another example. When your child learned to ride the bicycle, the additional support wheels were required so that the child did not fall. However, if the child knew that he can always use the support wheels, will she ever learn to ride the bicycle on her own? Maybe not, except some self-driven kids. By keeping those support wheels, you never incentivize your child to grow into an independent biker. Good parenting is about supporting the child when she is an infant, but telling her that she has to grow and become independent. It is the same logic that we need to apply for our MSMEs as well to help them grow, create enough jobs, and become productive so that they can compete on their own in the international markets and thereby grow our exports. MSMEs that grow not only create greater profits for their promoters, but also contribute to job creation and productivity in the economy. Our policies must therefore focus on enabling MSMEs to grow by unshackling them. Two key changes in policies are therefore a must. One, all size-based incentives must have a sunset clause of less than 10 years with the necessary grandfathering. Second, labor law restrictions which apply only to firms above a certain size threshold and thereby create the perverse incentive for firms to remain small must be withdrawn. After all, true parental love is about doing what is needed to enable the kid to grow and become independent.